hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am Kalonda Casey, and I am 65 years young, and this channel is for anyone 40, 50, 60, 70, and beyond, and I am always so happy to have you here, and I'm always so happy to be in my kitchen, especially today, because you are going to want to be here for this. Before we jump into the video, if you like what you're seeing as you're watching the video, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know if you are new here, and like this video, because that's how we continue to grow. I always feel so incredibly blessed when I read your comments. They are always so nice. You all are the best group on YouTube, I promise you. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about a Thanksgiving meal that you can make as a single person or as a couple. Now, there may be leftovers, but you want leftovers, right? It's Thanksgiving, and a lot of people do not have large families or can't travel, and they want to have something special without having to go out. So today I'm showing you several recipes that I really love and can't wait to share with you. And you need to share this video with your friends, because chances are they're in the same boat. Now, I do have a large family, and we do make really large Thanksgiving meals, but it hasn't always been like that. There have been times when it's just Jeff and I never really could figure out how to make it super nice for us, but I have mastered it now. So without further ado, let's hop into this video and start cooking. The very first thing we are making is homemade cranberry sauce, whole cranberry sauce. I love it. It does make a lot, but it can be frozen, which I make sure I do. I'm the only person in my family that likes it. So I make sure I make enough at this time of the year so that I can have it all throughout the holidays. I have washed my cranberries, and this is a 12-ounce bag. I'm adding 1 cup of orange juice and 1 cup of sugar, so that was half. And then I like to add a piece of a cinnamon stick in it, and I will stir this up. And I'm going to turn it on high. Oops. And we're going to let the magic happen. So what we'll do is we will let this cook until the cranberries start to pop. It's so simple and so much better than the can. So the cranberries have been on for about 5 minutes, and so when they really start to boil, I am going to back up the heat and let them simmer for about 15 more minutes. And we want these cranberries nice and soft, and we want them popped, each cranberry cracked, so that all the liquid and the juices get in there. See, you can hear them popping. That's what you want, ladies. That is exactly what you want to hear. Look, they're starting to pop. Let's see if you can see that right there. The orange juice just makes this so much better. Okay, I'm going to turn down the heat, and I'm going to let this simmer for about another 15 minutes. Beautiful. This is nice and thick, and it is delicious. I'm telling you, easy to make. Substituting the orange juice makes it so much better. It's got the right tartness. It's fabulous. Because I'm the only one that eats it, I can double dip my spoon. So let me try it. Oh my gosh. It's fantastic. I will be using this in just a few minutes, and you'll get to see what I'm doing. It's going to be amazing. What a doozy of a day. Whew, we had a new mattress delivered, so you know what that means. We had to take everything, vacuuming, the whole 9 yards. So now I am back in the kitchen, and I am ready to get started on our butterball turkey breast. Between you and me, I am not a big turkey breast lover. I really love the whole turkey, roasting it, and all of that, but I have the most delicious recipe for this sweet little turkey breast. Good news is you make this in the crock pot. How simple is that? So here is the turkey breast. Keep the netting on. Do not take that off. And then I am using a variety of spices. And as I always say, season with your heart. And I'm doing one side first. And when I put it in the crock pot, I'll flip it over and then I'll do the other side. And so I'm using garlic powder, season all, and some poultry seasoning, lots of pepper, not a lot of poultry seasoning, just a little bit. And so then what I do is I flip it. Now let me wash my hands. I'm going to bring this back over here. I'm going to season again on this side. Super simple. Apple cider, and this is a half a cup, and then you just put it along the sides. You do not pour it over. And then I told you the cranberries would be coming back. Well, they are. And so you could use a can of whole cranberry sauce. You could use the jellied kind, whatever you want, whatever is easiest. I'm just going to take that and just pour it. I have my crock pot on high, and I am going to put the lid on it and cook it for a couple of hours on high. This will cook for about 4 hours today. So we're good to go here. Very excited about all of this. I am so glad I went to get my cleanser to clean off my counter and my spice bottles, because guess what? I have a bag of onion soup mix, and I forgot to put it on top of it. Now I didn't make it this way the last time I made it, but I thought this would be so good. So I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more of my apple cider. Okay, now the lid goes on here, and we're getting ready to make the cornbread for the dressing. Okay, it's been a while since I made homemade cornbread, but let me tell you, I grew up eating homemade cornbread, so I'm just going to wing it. Because I usually make a huge batch of dressing, I'm gonna put about 1.5 cups of self-rising cornmeal. This recipe on the back of the bag, I'm not, because it calls for flour and things that we just don't use in our cornbread. And I am going to use, I wish I could half an egg, but I can't. So I'm just going to wing it. Oops. Oh well. Right? I'm going to start mixing that up. And it also calls for sugar. A lot of people like sweet cornbread. We do not. We like savory. And I forgot buttermilk at the grocery store this morning. So I made some sour milk with whole milk and some vinegar. And I'm just pouring it in. Smells like buttermilk. And I have the oil already in my pan. I have cast iron, but I need to get it out and I need to season it. This is a little different. Add a little bit more. I would be a lot more precise if this wasn't for dressing. Okay, our oil is out of the oven. What I do is I take the oil and I put it in with the cornmeal mixture. Be very careful when you stir this. There. little bit more milk. A little bit more milk. This is a cornmeal I am not familiar with, so who knows? Okay, here we go. And that's what you want to hear, is that sear. I will not use all of this cornbread for the dressing because that would just be too much. So let me pop this in the oven. This brand says 425 for 20 to 25 minutes. We'll check it at 20. But look how pretty that looks. The cornbread looks amazing. I'm trying to get along the side so you could see that. We are going to let this cool and then we'll crumble it up. The cornbread is out of the pan and I am going to cut it and let it cool, and we'll start on the dressing this afternoon. For a small pan of dressing, I am taking 3 celery stalks and I'm going to put them here in my chopper, and an onion about this big. This chopper has made my life so much easier. I've had one for about 10 years, and you have to replace them every so often. That looks great. The pieces are evenly chopped. And the thing about the chopper is nothing gets mushy. Like sometimes in a food processor, it emulsifies things and it just ruins the flavor. So this is perfect. I'm setting this aside until later. Okay, the cornbread is finished and I am just crumbling it. I'm probably gonna start with half of a pan. It's really nice and dried. And that's the way you want it to be. You can even make your cornbread the day before, which is perfectly acceptable. I'm taking the onion and the celery, and I'm going to add some salt and pepper. I will not add the sage until the end. And then here is my homemade broth. I made that earlier. I hope I have enough. I'm sure I do. Just mix it up really well. It already smells so good. I had the broth in the refrigerator, so it's getting thick. You want it nice and moist. You do not want it soupy or extremely wet. This is looking really good. Let me get a couple spoons. Okay, so now sage. We're going to season with our heart, but I'll put some in my hand. That's probably a half teaspoon. That's probably a teaspoon. It's however much sage you all like. And if you don't like it, don't add it. Add something else. I do not cook up my onions or my celery first because I want that crunch. Okay, that's not near enough sage. Very good. Taste it. It's really good. It needs more pepper, no more salt, and a little bit more sage. I like sage. Oh, this is smelling like Thanksgiving. That's really good. So it needs a little bit more broth. I originally had, I think, about 2.5 cups of broth. So I have probably used 2 cups. Oh yeah, this is much better. It's not soupy, but it's wet. Very nice. I think I'm gonna add a little poultry seasoning. It's delicious. Okay, I'm going to put it into my dish and then we'll just set this aside and we'll bake this later. Okay, I am back in the kitchen. This is what we're having for dinner tonight. We are having the turkey breast, the cranberry sauce that I made, the cornbread dressing, and I am making creamed spinach and gravy to go on top of the dressing and the turkey. So very simple meal, really. And so let's get over to the stove and let's make the gravy. What I'm going to do is melt about 3 tablespoons of butter. And it has to be butter, or you can use an oil, but I still prefer butter. And just let that melt. Okay, the butter is melting. I want it to get a little bit, just a tiny bit brown, not much. Then I'm going to mix in, start with 2 tablespoons of flour. Really mix it up. This is basically making a roux. And I like for it to get a little bit browner. Just keep whisking it so that it doesn't burn. Okay, it's starting to get a really pretty color. Yes, that's gonna work. And then I have a little bit, oops, do not do what I just did. A little bit of some broth. Turn this down. This is not smart on my part. And I didn't put my apron back on because I didn't think I would need it. Okay, so now that's pretty thick. And I'm out of homemade broth, so I'm going to add this bone broth, this chicken bone broth. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. The color is beautiful. I am all about the color when it comes to gravy. I don't like a real light color gravy. I'm just going to add some garlic. And a little bit of salt, tiny bit. It's got a lot of pepper in it. Oh, that is delicious, y'all. That's a nice, nice gravy. This is perfect. And if you hear that in the background, that's my washing machine. I'm sorry, we do live here, and I have to do laundry. That is perfect. So beautiful. I am using about 3 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to melt that. Okay, it's melted, and now I am adding about 1/4 of a chopped onion and 1 humongous garlic clove chopped, minced up. Oops, turn that down. Oh, the aroma is amazing. Oh my gosh. Now you all, this is just one way you can make this. It's so super simple. You do not even have to bake this. Now I'm taking my fresh spinach. And remember, spinach totally melts. And we love spinach. So I do not mind having leftovers because leftovers are so good during the holidays. I think everybody would agree with that. Just want to get it nice and wilted. Get those onions. I am hoping that these pots and pans are on the Amazon Prime days because I am a huge fan of these. Oh my goodness. Now I'm using baby spinach that was pre-washed. And yeah, so this is melting down. Just keep adding it. I'm going to use the whole package. Now you'll notice I didn't add salt when it was cooking because I really didn't want to make the spinach watery. And sometimes that can happen. There is some liquid in here, which is fine. And you can use frozen for this as well, but you really need to squeeze out all the water from the frozen. I just prefer the fresh. All right, Boursin cheese. Love Boursin cheese. And this is my own recipe. I'm kind of experimenting here. So I hope it's good. The Boursin. I mean, Boursin cheese is so delicious in anything, right? And then I want to take some heavy cream. Just a little bit. Let's just start mixing that around. And now I'll be able to season this up a little bit more. See how that cooks down? And you do not have to bake this. You just heat this up right before you're getting ready to serve dinner. It'll be so delicious. You can also do this with cream cheese. This is looking beautiful. Definitely needs salt. And I'll probably add some more Boursin. I'm going to add some garlic. This is definitely a non-traditional cream spinach. Like I said, this is just something that I've concocted in my brain. Now, it would be good to put this in a dish and put it underneath the broiler to get that really crispiness like you get in a steakhouse, but we're not doing that today. We're making this easy peasy. The amount of Boursin is perfect. It could be a little thicker, but I'm not going to even mess with that. It's delicious. So that was super simple, you all. And very, very tasty and easy. One more thing, some Parmesan cheese. It's the holidays. Just enjoy the little extras. I'm going to let that sit. It will melt, and I'll show you all my plate before we eat. This Thanksgiving meal for 2 people is really coming together. I'm waiting for the oven to preheat so that I can put the dressing in. And look at the size of the dressing. This is perfect for 2 people. I didn't make potatoes because we have the dressing. And if I didn't make dressing, I would have made potatoes. And I have the cream spinach. I have the turkey breast. I have the cranberry sauce. I think we have it all. We do not have dessert, but that's okay. Another time. And so let me get the turkey out and cut it up so you all can see how beautiful it is. I wish you could smell it. Our house smells so amazing. Let me cut this turkey up. The turkey breast is finished. Look how much broth, and oh my gosh, that looks so good. It's going to be delicious. First things first, we're going to take this turkey breast out of this crock pot, and we are going to remove that webbing. Oh my goodness, it is so good. I cooked it on high for 2 hours, and then I reduced the heat to the low temperature for another 2 hours. So say that you just are having a big Thanksgiving and you just always feel like you need more turkey breast to serve your guest, this is a great way to do it in your crock pot so you do not have to use your oven. We're gonna set this aside. There is a lot of meat in here. If you take that webbing off, it will completely fall apart. It needs to be on there when it's cooking. Okay, let's carve this. Look at this, so beautiful. It cuts so easily. And I'm going to put it back in the crock pot juices because we want it to stay moist. But before we do that, so good. So good. There is so much broth in here. It's fabulous. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna put that back in the crock pot. Y'all, I'm just a home cook. Things fall apart. I'm not a chef. I'm just somebody that likes to cook. And let me taste this cranberry. Adding that onion soup next to that cranberry mixture, perfect. So incredibly good. If I look a little tired, it's been a long day. It's dark outside. The dressing looks amazing. The spinach looks fabulous. The gravy is ready. I am ready to plate up. Y'all, this is my dinner. This is the roasted turkey, the cornbread dressing with homemade gravy, steamed spinach, and then homemade cranberry sauce. Very easy meal to prepare for 2 people. Hey, let's dig into this and see. Okay. The spinach is a winner. Let's try this dressing. Just the way my mama and my mom still makes it. Oh, so good. And let's try the turkey. Stunning. Absolutely fantastic. Make it. Just make it. If there are 2 of you, beautiful Thanksgiving dinner. Hey there, I am back and I'm going to finish up this video with something very special because on Thanksgiving we want to be festive, and maybe on Thanksgiving you want to have a glass of cheer, and I'm going to show you something very easy to make. We are using apple cider, Prosecco, and that's basically the drink. And so it is an apple cider mimosa. And so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our champagne glass and we are going to dip it into apple cider. And then we're going to dip it into the cinnamon sugar that I have right here on the plate. It's gonna be so yummy. Here it is. There you go. Then I'm going to open the Prosecco. And I'm going to add a jigger full of the apple cider into the glass, and then I'm going to top it off with the Prosecco. Oh, that looks so beautiful. Then I'm going to garnish it with 3 cranberries. And they float, so it's really pretty. And I'm using a cinnamon stick. And I want you to look at how beautiful this is. Cheers, everyone. Oh my goodness. This is so tasty. That kind of tastes like an apple pie in a glass. Oh my goodness. And so easy to do. I hope you all make it because I think you will really love it. Before we go, I want to tell you all that Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. I absolutely love it. I love Christmas, but I love Thanksgiving because there's no strings attached. And it's just a time that we can all be thankful for things in our lives, and it brings people together. I hope that you get to celebrate with loved ones or friends this holiday season, but if not, I have shown you how to do a small meal for 2, possibly 3 people could eat this. We will have leftovers, but that's the nice thing about Thanksgiving is all of the leftovers. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment. And please stay well and be blessed, and I will see you the next time. Bye.